Welcome back to another ITP video. This has come to my attention, this email that this Patrick G. McGuigan has sent to, I'm guessing, his downlines. Sure, obviously he's a team leader in this past project. I'm going to do a breakdown of this, and this video is really intended for those who are still having hope in that ITP will come back, or they will announce something, or things will start working again. This is primarily for you, or just for people who want to know or understand what people's mentality is at the current time. But I'm going to break this down. I'm going to tell you why this guy, this Paddy, is pretty much delusional. It's pretty embarrassing what he has to say here. So we're going to go into it. Okay, so he says, "Right folk, hope everyone is doing well. Regarding what's happening with ITP, as you know by now, over the Thanksgiving period, hackers hacked into the HTX exchange and stole tens of millions of dollars worth of crypto from the Tron network. It has now come to light that they also hacked into some of ITP's wallets, resulting in the loss of around $65 million. Okay, we're going to stop right there. This is just pain. So he's under the impression that ITP wallets were hacked, the dev wallets. It's the complete opposite. It's so obvious, it's so apparent, it's so just in your face what's going on. So he's telling his downlines, people, you guys, if you're one of his downlines, or people just giving hope, that $65 million worth of crypto was stolen from the ITP wallets. Now, they have done this themselves. This project ITP is very familiar with COTPS. It's very similar to AMZ Doge, and they did the exact same thing. It's people like Patrick and probably people who are following him that don't understand or are very new to DeFi crypto projects like this, where they are promising you 2.5% a day, 2% a day, those sorts of things, by doing a few clicks. And they are telling you a story, and they are telling you that they are using leverage on their trading, the arbitrage trading, to gain you a profit of 2% a day. There was also a video that's going around of some guy who's gone and he's using some software to more or less decipher what's going on, kind of like figure out what's going on. In that software, it shows that the wallets there's been theft and there's been phishing going on. Those reports are pretty much just, from what I can tell, is people reporting the wallets, saying that they are theft. Anyway, that's a completely different topic that you can find out on probably you've probably already seen that video. But let's continue. So then he goes on to then say, thankfully, ITP caught it before any more funds were stolen. Now, this is really just delusional to think that ITP caught this problem. That's what they said. They said they were hacked. The exchange was hacked, and it's causing delays. The network has been delayed, and using that Thanksgiving as an excuse for a delay in the blockchain. Now, there was nothing wrong with the Tron blockchain at all. There was nothing wrong with it. As far as what he then goes on to say, as far as we know, ITP are now in the process of transferring all the funds into more secure wallets. Yes, they are. They are sending it to themselves. They are probably dishing it out to their team of scammers. That's what they are doing. The transactions you're seeing of 100,000 USDT, 200,000, 300,000, that is them doing it. That is them sending it to themselves. We had the exact same experience with AMZ Doge when we were just watching what was going on. Same thing. Then he goes on to say, let me say this. There are lots of YouTube. So I'm breaking this down just so you guys that are in this, you people that are kind of still in belief and hope that this is coming back. I'm doing this more for you so you understand. I've had experience with this before with AMZ Doge myself. Many people with COTPS. I wasn't in that one. And it's essentially, it could be the same people, which is what this looks like it is. So he says, there are lots of YouTubers out there who are exploiting this hiccup to try and grow their negative bullshit channels. Now, what you need to understand is that's not the case at all. So people like me and other people that are covering this as well, they are bringing awareness to the community, to people within the project ITP. They are telling you that this is a scam and they are telling you from previous experience, from previous history of what's gone on from other projects, that this is very similar. So we are not, as YouTubers, trying to grow our negative bullshit channels. Yes, of course, it gains views. That's what YouTubers are after. We're after views. That's why we do this. But the ultimate point in this is that we are trying to gain, because I've had this experience in the past of rug pulls from 2 major projects in the DeFi space, and they stole upwards to what this is saying, $65 million. Very similar sort of figures, actually, around 60 million. To go and say that we are exploiting as YouTubers to grow our negative channels is pretty unfair. And what we are doing actually is, as I touched on, we are bringing awareness to people like you, Patrick, that are quite naive, actually extremely naive, I should say, to believe that they're transferring funds to more secure wallets. Now, if their wallets were hacked, they wouldn't have any access to it. They would have transferred the funds immediately. So what they are doing is they are building up all these new deposits that keep coming in stupidly, and then they are sending it in bulk to other wallets. And then what they can do after that is that they can send it through a mixer where it's completely untraced. That's what they do. They've been doing this, sadly, for a couple of years at least. So before you say we're trying to grow our negative bullshit channels, bring more of an argument than just to say that's what we're doing. Bring an argument to say that we are doing it for X, Y, Z reasons. Provide evidence that we are doing this just for one purpose. Please do that. I'll gladly talk to you and debate you over this and quite easily win that argument. He then goes on to say there are also people on this platform trying to do similar things, so you go join their affiliate programs. I touched on a video like this yesterday with Mark on Crypto. He's doing the same thing like that with promoting 3 other projects hours after this one has been rugged. Now, he is trying to grow his money, his wallet balance back, because he's in a loss now at the moment due to the ITP, due to these hackers. That's what he is doing, and that's what, of course, many are doing. They're trying to win back their losses, using people's funds to try and gain more money for his affiliate referral commissions. And it's a very dangerous time to do this, because those projects in particular that he is promoting and others are promoting, they are at a critical state where they are about to rug. Now, Mark and others have done this because it's like, this is a really random example, but if you're going in through a relationship breakup, you want to get that sort of rebound effect, right? It's not the same. It's a weird, strange analogy, I know that, but it's a similar thing. You are grasping at something to latch onto, to try and calm your nerves, trying to settle your own situation in your head. Strange example, I know, but it's a similar thing. People are desperate. They're desperate for that money back. That's the best way to put it. He then goes on to say, lots of scaremongering happening and false posts being put up about ITP. Now, so there are no false scaremongering posts being spoken of about ITP. Quite frankly, it's the opposite, like I've been going over. He then goes on to say, please don't fall for this nonsense. Unironically, you are doing this nonsense. You are the one who is providing nonsense. The posts like this that you highlight here, false posts, what you're doing to your audience, your downlines, your community, is giving false. This is false, what you are doing. Please understand that. It's the most basic thing ever. He then goes on to say, I logged in and did my clicks today without a problem. Well, that's because the platform is still up and running. The UI is still going to be the same until they shut it down. So he did his clicks today without a problem. And until I'm able to do that, I will presume the platform is still operational. That's the same just like with any platform. Like I've gone over with AMZ Doge, a very similar project to this. You were able to do your quant trading stakes. You were still able to do that. It was just numbers on a screen, right? You're not actually getting the money out. They're not sending you the money. Until it's in your wallet physically, you're getting nothing. All day, both my good friend and colleague Paul F. Agnes and myself have been bombarded with messages from people panicking. That's no surprise. You have a big community from the sounds of it, from what I can tell from this message. They are going to ask you because you are their leaders. They are going to come to you for information. They're going to come to you and ask you, why are they not sending my withdrawals to my wallet? They are going to come to you, which he then goes on to say, listen, we do not work for ITP, so please stop messaging us asking questions like we do. So again, another example of someone who cannot take responsibility for their own community. You should do the best you can to explain to your community, and don't be annoyed or frustrated that these messages are coming in. This is a very normal situation. You would be the same if you were someone else's downline. You would ask your upline, what is going on? Do you know any other information? We're all grown-ups, he said. I mean, what is he, 10 years old? Who says grown-ups? You should say adults. I think the last time I used the word grown-up was when I was not a grown-up. Any business you join on or offline has its risks. Correct. That's the first thing he said that's actually correct in this email so far. If you invest in a business you aren't prepared to walk away from in an instant and not lose sleep about it, then investing isn't for you. That's not the situation here. You cannot say that this is you can't give that argument. That's a very bad argument to give, because you, as a leader in your community, you are ensuring trust in this project. And yes, you can say don't put in what you can't afford to lose, like you've touched on. However, I'm guessing you've lost sleep over this yourself, so I'm sure you have stressed over this. So to say that is a bit naive, to say the least. My thought process is very simple. I look at risk and reward. Is the reward worth the risk? I believe it is. I'm in. Correct, you are. Just like every single person you have sold to this project, they know the risk. Well, some of them actually don't know the risk, because that's why they're coming to you in panic. Like, that's why you touched on that. And I believe ITP has a lot of life left in it. A lot is 2 words. There's no life in it. It's dead. It's a corpse. It's literally, at the moment, it is the Walking Dead. If you go on the website, there's nothing you can do other than do your clicks, but you're not able to do anything else. You can't take the money out. You're just playing a game. You're playing an online game, literally, without any reward. If I'm wrong, I walk away, right? Because there's nothing else you can do, because that's all you can do. What people will want from you are answers, and because you are wrong, fact, 100% wrong, you will, of course, as you say, walk away, but people will still come to you. They know you, they know your email address, they know your probably Telegram, your whatever information you've given, they now know you. It should be that simple for you as an investor, okay? If and when the platform gets back to withdrawals and deposits, please withdraw your initial investment. Well, you should have been doing that in the first place. That's the number 1 rule in these projects. If you invest a certain amount of capital, that is the first thing you should do. You should focus on and work on getting that money back gradually, to then focus on playing the game. That way you haven't lost anything. Correct. So let's all hang tight and wait until we hear from the company. You are not going to hear from them, Patrick, Paddy. They are not going to respond to you. It's Tuesday now. Thanksgiving is over. It's dead. The promotion apparently is still ongoing, and people are still depositing their funds. And these hacked wallets you speak of are still transferring it over to other wallets so they can dilute them and mix them out using mixers. Wishing everyone all the luck and good fortune, Paddy. That message was sent out to, I'm guessing, a lot of people, because I managed to be sent it. I managed to find it. So if I can find it, and I'm not even in this project, then I'm sure that this has been sent out to hundreds of people, maybe more, in your direct downlines. So my message to you, Patrick, and to anyone who is still hoping that this project comes back from the dead, it is not. It is, they have scammed you. They have rug pulled, and they have come away with a lot of money. According to this, $65 million worth of crypto. They are withdrawing yesterday and the day before, every 6 hours or so, $200,000. That's a lot of money per day. So for anyone who sees this message and is from Patrick and you are one of his downlines, do not listen to this man. He does not know what he is talking about. I believe personally that he is a noob in this space. He's trying to also cover his grounds by saying that they're still alive. He's giving you false hope. And if investing isn't for you and you're losing sleep over it, don't invest into crypto. That is what he is doing. He is stressing about it. He's losing sleep over it because he has a humongous amount of stress on his head now, because he has to deal with all of the investors below him. So that's that. That's my breakdown critique of this email. Don't fall for this rubbish from Patrick. He is very, very naive if he actually does believe that the funds were hacked and they are sending the funds safely over to other wallets to protect the investors, it could not be further from that. It's the complete opposite. They have rug pulled the project. They have scammed thousands of people, or millions. I've heard there's millions of people in this project. 3 million people is the biggest number I've heard that's in this project. That's it. It's gone. This project I've seen on other groups as low risk quantitative trading. Unbelievable to even say that. So that's my video about this, breaking this down. Let me know what you think. Please, if you are still having any hope about this project, you need to understand that it is gone. If you want to reach out to me, I can talk to you a bit more about it if you really want, but understand that this is gone, sadly. All right, that's it.